So, it's been a while. Hello, it's your boy PokeWest, and while working on my 100 subscriber special, I realized it's taking too long. So, I've decided to post an SMG4 video. However, we have a couple problems. The video I was working on was one that required a lot of research. And then I had an idea for a top 10, which requires a lot of research. And the first video was Meggy, and she's been in two, and the retrospective about her requires too much research because she's been in a lot of episodes, as she's one of the main characters. Then we get to the Rapper Bob arc, which was my original plan. I was gonna hurry up and do the Rapper Bob arc in time, and then I decided, no, I'm going to do a video about a certain series of SMG4 videos. Road Trip. I don't really know what to say about this series. The Road Trip series is a very interesting one indeed. I still think it's good. It's probably one of the best classic SMG4 videos. But I don't really know what to say about it. I'll say the boat trip is probably one of my favorite videos. Same with uh the trip, the mobile van, whatever that one was. So I will say it's a good series. It's just I don't really think it really stood out. Also, when talking about this, there is a problem. What counts as a part of the road trip series? In my original mind, it was these three: the road trip, the boat trip, and the train trip, and maybe the plane trip, as it seems to be part of it. The reason I go for these three is because, well, we get more of the classic things of them going to some kind of amusement park, and Mario, Toad, and SMG4 are the primary focus. The plane trip does the same, but instead placing Toad with Karen and Swag. I kind of wish they brought Toad back for that one because it would have been more going back. However, I've also realized there is a lot of trips, and I think I'm going to have to count them. So instead of 4, I will instead be counting 8. It is 8, right? Yeah, 8. Mario's road trip, Mario's bus trip, Mario's boat trip, Mario's train trip, the corn trip, Mario's corn trip, Mario's bus trip, which I guess also technically should count. A happy little road trip, that was the RV one I was talking about earlier. Mario's plane trip, and and I don't really think I need to talk about the remake. They're just the same video. The reason why I think these count, and not just because they're in this random playlist, it specifically has the exact title, Mario's blank trip. So it counts. Also, I'm counting a happy little road trip because I just like that video. So with that out of the way, let's talk about the first episode in this series. So, the road trip is possibly one of the greatest SMG4 videos. In fact, he remaked it. By the way, I'm showing the remake footage, but both of these videos are pretty much the same. So, I don't think it really matters that, hey, SMG4 can now talk in this one. So, I don't think it really matters which one I'm talking about as long as I'm talking about the road trip. Now, in this video, Mario, SMG4, and Toad decide to go to Disney World. Yay, Disney World! However, they need the Hitch a Ride, so Mario rents out this crappy looking car, and what is going on with my PC? My PC is screwing up. Anyway, they decide, hey, let's take this car to Disney World. Mario's originally gonna drive, but Toad's like,
fuck that shit.
so SMG4 takes control of the wheels. Understandable. And they go to Disney World. How they know to get there? With the state-of-the-art GPS. Boopkin GPS.
Hey guys, it's Fish and Boopkins, and today I'll be your GPS. I hope we can be friends, cause I'm so lonely.
When you need to be annoyed the hell on a car ride, get Boopkin GPS. Yeah, they did not like it, so throw it out. Then Mario gets hungry and decides to go get some tacos and runs over Waluigi, and then they decide to listen to some tunes to calm everybody down. They get into a fight over the tunes until they find a song they all like, and then throw the radio out the window when they had a bump and it screwed everything up. Anyway, eventually the car breaks down because, honestly, I'm surprised that car even got them this far. Anyway, SMG, they're looking for people to help, and who you know, it's Bob. They try to book it, because Bob is coming. And eventually they get the car to start, and they drive off. And Bob is right on their tail. He hits the ride, and just jumped off. Don't worry. I don't think this will be the only time Bob ruins the trip. Anyway, Mario, Toad, and SMG4 hits a ride on Steve's farm truck and goes to Steve's meme farm. They decide to leave because I don't know how to describe that, but oh my, what is wrong with this world? Anyway, they leave, and eventually Toad is sick of it and asks for directions. And it turns out Disney World's right there, and they go there. Honestly, I still think this video is kind of good. It kind of goes into classic SMG4 and is one of the best videos. I mean, I like Mario. Mario goes to get milk, and that one also had Toad team up with Mario, but this time Luigi instead of SMG4, so I like that. And I think I should talk about Mario Goes to Disney World, but I'm not going to. Mainly because I need to get this video done, and also, what is there to talk about? So yeah, this video, it's pretty good. In my upcoming top 10 lists, this might make my top 10 list, but I don't know for sure because I really like the next video, the boat trip. So I guess I should talk about the boat trip, should we? So, this time they're going to Disney Sea. I don't know what that place is, but it's like some amusement park, Disneyland in the ocean. Anyway, they decide to take a boat this time because last time when they were on a plane, things got messy. Yeah. Save that for when I review the Christmas specials. Anyway, SMG4, Toad, Mario go on this crappy boat. Anyway, Mario starts being annoying and tries to drive the ship. And yeah, Toad gets sugar, he goes wild, and then they're just stranded.
Oh shit.
Then pirates come by and they get kidnapped. They decide, and they try to call for help, and Fishy Boopkins goes to the Boopkin-mobile.
Lead me to the Boopkin Mobile. Alright, time to go save my friends. Okay, let's go. Oh dear. I don't want to go over the speed limit though. I hope my friends are okay. Okay. Whoa, what's happening?
And tries to get there really slowly. They're dead by the time he's there. Luckily, this is a cartoon, so they're not actually dead. But Boopkins tries to save the day. He doesn't, so he just calls his dad. Everyone is happy. Naturally, they're not because they don't get to go to Disney Sea. Boopkins, however, wants to go too, so his dad takes them there. I don't know which one I like better, which is also bad because I'm doing a top 10, as I said, so I'm wondering which one would make the spot. I like the boat ones because there's like a lot of more clips I like of it, but the road trip is good, like mostly throughout. It just doesn't have like more peak moments. Boat trip does, but also has others more stale moments. So I don't know. I don't know which one I like better. Let me know in the comments down below which one of these videos you think looks better. But now it's off to the train trip. So, in my opinion, not the bus trip. The train trip is the last of the original three, and the last, I think, of this series. I'll talk about the others, but I don't think they really count as the trip because the other ones don't even have Toad in them. And a lot of them just don't measure up to the standards that the others have set. In fact, the plane trip is the only other one that has them going to some amusement park. And it wasn't really that good of a video. It was just meh, in my opinion. But let's not talk about that and talk about the train trip. We cut to our three friends trying to hit a train because Mario was on the toilet for 3 hours. Oh dear God. You need to go to the hospital, man. You gotta get that checked out. That's not normal. That is not normal. You go to the hospital, Mario. Oh God. Anyway, they all make the train, but Mario has trouble, and Eggman thinks he's a gremlin, so tries to knock him off. He instead knocks Eggman off the train, a decision that won't come back to haunt him back later. He goes through it and finds some cargo, and Bob shows up.
Jesus Christ, I can't breathe. Why did I package myself in a box? I'm a dumbass. Yes, I wanted to go with you guys to Universal Studios. Please take me with you, Mario. Please.
Yeah, Bob's back. Everyone's favorite character. I don't know why I said that with sarcasm. I'm pretty sure he is everyone's favorite character. Who is your guys' favorite character? Leave in the comments down below. Mine personally is the beloved Kristen Swag. I like Mr. Puzzles too, but man, my dream video would just be Mr. Puzzles with Kristen Swag. Those two, I just love that. Anyway, Kristen Swag. Bob causes a ruckus and goes to SMG4 watching an old man.
Watching an old person.
Patrick, that's not fun.
It is for me.
Anyway, Mario, tries to fight Bob, and Bob goes to SMG4 like, hey, can I be in your videos, please? Please put me in more videos. Please, I want to be popular. And he's kicked off the train. Anyway, they go to find Toad, and they have trouble, because apparently Toad's figure is very common in the Mushroom Kingdom. And I don't mean that there's other Toads. I mean, like, just play the clips. Just look at the clips, man. Anyway, they find Toad, and Mario mistakenly believes someone stole Toad's clothes. And Toad's like, why do I even come on these trips with you people? And Mario's like, because you love me. Yeah, Toad doesn't even go on any other trip, as I said, which really sucks. I wish they would do that again. Anyway, the train goes through problems because Bob hijacked the train and threw off the conductor. Actually, I think Mario throws off the conductor or something. But yeah, Toad fights Bob, and Mario and SMG4 have to stop the train. Anyway, Bob starts there's a nice fight between Bob and Toad where Bob starts flying, and it's just hilarious. Toad's right. He makes Toadette look sane.
The wind from his feet is inflating my ropes like a goddamn paraglider. I don't even know if that makes any sense, but fuck it, come at me, bro. Come here, you little ass. Stop moving, God. Well. I just wanted to be your friend.
I am not crazy. I'm just lonely.
Jesus Christ, this hurts me.
And it's Toadette. But yeah, the train's about to crash. They go to calmly tell people that there is a problem with the train.
We're all gonna die!
But all hope is not lost, as someone who worked on the train, knows how to stop it. They just have to throw something in front of it to slow it down. So they throw the guy in front of it. The train stops, but they don't know what to do now. How did they get to Universal? But luckily, someone calls their cousin, Thomas the train engine, and they go. And they hitch a ride on Thomas to Universal. This is one of the most earlier videos I've watched because before getting in SMG4, I watched all of the Prince Charming reactions. So this video is like really special to me because it's like one of the first ones I watched. I personally don't like Mario and Cuphead, but I have fondness to that video because it's technically the first one I watched when I was getting into it. The first one I've watched was Return to Spaghetti's Pizzeria, or that weird video with the God Spaghetti. But yeah. Honestly, here's another story that I feel bad for. So, the original person I saw react to SMG4 with those two videos was a guy named Super GameCube Dude. And I've only watched him for SML, Super Mario Logan. You probably can guess I'm a fan of it because a lot of Fighto World is kind of inspired by Super Mario Logan. However, Super GameCube Dude sadly had to delete most of his videos because of tense relations with the SML crew. Basically, Lavelle, the voice actor for Joseph, was being a dick to him. And that's just terrible. Lavelle apparently called him and was just being a crabby person. Then Logan called him. He was being more reasonable about, like, them being mad at him for reacting to videos. They have a better relationship with reaction YouTubers, I think, but back then, Logan didn't like them. But Lavelle just kept screaming when he was trying to talk. He deleted his whole channel because he didn't want to be associated with them anymore. I left SML after the New House era began. Like, the apartment era was over, so I was done watching SML. that's just crap. I feel so bad because when I stopped watching SML, I stopped watching Super GameCube Dude because that was the only reason I watched him. I wish I was an SMG4 fan back then, and I feel bad for that. So, if you are watching this video, please remember this story and try to spread it because I don't forgive Logan for this. Logan has made a lot of mistakes. This is his biggest, and I think, well, it's not his biggest. His biggest is screwing over the old fan base and more trying to appeal to the newer fan base, which I think was also a crappy move. Just go to the Jeffy lovers instead of the Junior lovers and the Golden Age lovers. That was crappy of him. But this is like his second biggest mistake, and I don't forgive him. I hope Lavelle. I think Lavelle's probably a better person, but honestly, I doubt that. I think he's still just an asshole. So, yeah. On the bright side, SMG4 seems nice to reaction YouTubers, and it seems they do like listen to them, so they have ideas for the videos. However, enough talking about SML being crappy. Let's talk about SMG4 being good. I love the train trip. It's a good video. Like, probably one of my favorites. I don't know which of the... Maybe when I do the top 10, I'll group all three of these into one thing because I can't really choose which one I like better. Because one's for actually just a plain good video. Two is just for certain scenes I like. And then Train Trip I have nostalgic for, so I don't know. However, I guess we should talk about the corn trip. Actually, I'm going to talk about it right now because I could not watch the video. Okay, the corn trip seems like a good video, but it was just boring to me. It's just Rob and Bob trying to bond. I mean, it's a good video, but especially sucks because they don't really use Rob anymore. So, corn trip, meh. Though, Rob, if you're scared about corn going bad, come to Indiana. You can't be from here and not like corn. It's basically a sin. So, yeah, the corn trip's just a meh video. I don't really care for it. However, same can't be said for the bus trip, so let's talk about it. So, the bus trip, it took place during the Revelation arc. I will probably talk about the Revelation arc if I continue my discussions of different arcs. However, I do think the bus trip is pretty good standalone. I think a lot of the Revelation arc has these moments because, I'm gonna be fair, I didn't know it was an arc until the movie was announced, the last episode. I don't know if they confirmed it other ways, but I liked that SMG4 kind of hid that this was an arc. It was more of just a college storyline. There wasn't really connected story besides like the college and stuff like that. So I didn't think it was going to be an arc, but then it turned out it was an arc. I find that really creative. However, the bus trip starts off with them going on a field trip because they're in college right now. And Tari and Psycho got roped around to look after Mario because Mario's a man-child that if you look away, he'll destroy an entire forest. Not kidding, that happened in a video once. Anyway, they all go on this bus trip and...
Wait for me! Wait! Don't leave without me!
Someone hear something.
And Melanie's getting bullied by this kid named Niles. Ew. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about the lore with him. Anyway, they're like just having trouble with each other. Mario's acting like a child because he needs to go to the bathroom.
Mamma mia!
Sorry.
Mario.
Ma tutto ripeto, tutto una macchina pato. Oh, mamma mia, tutto ripeto.
Shroomy is talking to Swag, and they run over a bear because Shroomy has had problems with bears. Anyway, then Bob is playing Switch. They forgot Boopkins, and he tries to get on the bus, and then they're both outside the window. Melanie tries to save them, but it fails.
Your deity mode. Use it.
I'm losing grip. Tell my host. I love them. Oh, my ovaries.
Anyway, they pull over, and Mario's strapped to the roof because he tried to go to the bathroom. I don't blame my man. He just needed to pee. However, then the bear comes back with a bear army, and they start attacking. Anyway, everyone's fighting bears. Mario has to deal with a gummy bear. I don't think I'll show that clip now that I think about it. Next, and luckily, with help from Niles, Melanie unlocks her power and destroys the bears. They leave, and Melanie agrees to be trained by Niles, which I'm sure won't go in any bad way. And if you want to see how that turns out, reach this to a couple likes, and maybe I'll start talking about the Revelation arc. And maybe start getting my Waluigi arc up a couple views and likes, so I can continue talking about other arcs. But yeah, I do like this video, and wait a minute, something doesn't seem right. Where's Mario?
No.
Oh, the gummy bears got him. Okay, well, I like this video. As I said, the Revelation videos often stand alone, which I like. And I have to admit, I was surprised that the arc even started, because I didn't really see a playlist. There wasn't something like the college arc. Till the Revelation movie happened, I was shocked that there was an arc going on. I mean, there was a storyline going on, but hey, we had the Kaizo storyline, and that wasn't considered an arc for some reason. Better than the lawsuit arc. I'll defend the lawsuit arc, and when we get to it, I'll explain why. But I'll admit, with the Kaizo arc, it showed how the arc could have been done, but the lawsuit arc just did the opposite. We'll talk about that when we get to it. However, I personally think the bus trip is a good video. I still don't think it can be considered up to the standards of the other videos, but hey, what are you gonna do? So now we are at a happy little road trip. One of my favorite videos that I've watched a lot. I don't know if it's in my top 10, but I keep watching it all the time. Basically, SMG4 has this RV, and they decide to go to a very special spot with Meggy Mario. And they go.
Who the is making all that noise?
This whole episode's just Mario and Meggy kind of fighting like children, which I still ship them. Anyway, but yeah, Mario's just bored and messing with Meggy, and then they see McDonald's, and they're like, I want to go to McDonald's. But SMG4 won't take them to McDonald's, but then he gets Meggy involved in it, and they decide to go to McDonald's. And they munched it down. The RV gets stolen by Walter White. SMG4. Anyway, anyway, they go to get the RV back. They bring Breaking Bad Luigi, SMG4, and then they go to Los Pollos Hermanos and find out that Gus is planning on taking over McDonald's.
Yes. Enjoy my delicious chicken. And some. I will take over McDonald's.
I'm sorry I gave a quick summary, but I'm trying to get this done very fast. I like this video. It's basic, but good. I still don't think it stands like the bus trip. I think these videos are good. I just don't think they're worthy enough to stand with the other trip series. And that's the same for the plane trip. I don't really remember much from it, and I'm not gonna rewatch it like the corn trip because I wouldn't. But basically, they go on a plane and they're going to Nintendo World. The only amusing part is with SMG4 and Swag trying to become a pilot and entering their inner pilot.
What? That's it? That had nothing to do with flying a plane.
SMG4, I am doing it.
What?
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
But yeah, I don't really think that video was interesting. Which is the problem with the current status of the Strip series. None of them feel like the original. The plane trip is the closest, and even then, they made mistakes like not having Toad and kind of just having moments that don't feel right. I don't think the Strip series... I think SMG4 was right just to remake the first one, because he can't stand with the other ones. It's like Paper Mario. After the 1,000-Year Door, Nintendo kept trying, but they kept missing the mark. And then they were like, screw it, we'll just remake a 1,000-Year Door. Because, frankly, that's what everyone likes. They don't really care about any of the new stuff, because the 1,000-Year Door was just that good. Same with the other Strip series. It was classic Golden Era SMG4, and they can't really replicate it anymore. I like Bus Trip and A Happy Little Road Trip, but they can't stand up to those standards, and they don't feel like a Strip series. I was surprised they were even considered that, but looking at the title, I think that was intentional. But I feel like they need to go back to basics if they're going to make videos like this that are supposed to be replicas of old ones. Because if they don't... Because every era of SMG4 has a style to it. And that's why... And because SMG4 style has changed over the years and characters have become different from what they originally were, the road trip just can't feel the same anymore, sadly. Hopefully, SMG4 realizes this, and if he makes the space trip, the journey to the center of the earth, or whatever, he realizes it's time to go back to basics. Just make a video with Mario, Toad, and SMG4. Have SMG4 not be more of his modern character, but try to replicate his older character. Or, like, replace him with Luigi or someone that does represent his old character, like FM or X. And maybe it would work. Thanks for watching this video, guys. And next time when we get back, you will either see a retrospective on a certain arc about a rapper, or a certain retrospective on an orange character and how she has become divisive. So, peace out.